What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Rest Hold Podcast, episode 45. 45 weeks strong.
45 consecutive weeks.
Yeah.
Weekly episodic.
The longest running weekly episodic podcast
on our channel.
Of this year. Welcome back, guys. Brought to you, as always, by your boys Tanner Fred and me, Zach Foreman. Tanner, go ahead and say what's up to the people.
Controversial week in the WWE.
I'd like to say
World Wrestling Entertainment.
That this is something that catches us off guard. I'd like to say that this is like the first time. Like, it must be serious.
Yeah.
But we all know better.
Yes.
And for those who don't know better,
or know what's happening,
Sasha Banks in yet another backstage controversy.
Yes.
Yet
this time,
again.
Dragging Naomi through the fire as well.
Guys, say what you will about Sasha, right?
Before we get into here's what happened.
Yeah.
Monday Night Raw. Mm-hmm. Main event is a 6-pack women's challenge.
Something, yeah.
Winner faces Bianca at
Hell in a Cell. Yeah.
The original participants were Asuka, Becky, Nikki ASH, Doudrop, Naomi, Sasha Banks. Some type of thing happened backstage which led to Sasha and Naomi walking into John Laurinaitis' office with their suitcases, dropping the belts on the table, and leaving Monday Night Raw. Initial reports were that there was some kind of creative issues that apparently Sasha and Vince had gotten into it, that they were uncomfortable wrestling with certain people in the match, although that has since been denied. Whether, again, who knows? There's always two sides to a story and the truth. So, but here we are. The fallout, right? And so everybody thinks like, oh, this is a work. No way WWE publicly talks about this. No way WWE... I thought at first it was a work.
Yeah. So WWE goes on Instagram, publishes a legitimate response to this. Yeah. Like, we're sorry that they decided not to do their jobs. It's a show. They're paid to do their job, and they decided not to.
Yeah.
And
basically,
for them to come out and say that, normally they don't address
real life kinds of things.
Because they don't say the things that they said, right? Yeah. They said they are professionals. They had plenty of time to prepare for their match, to rehearse
their match. And they also said this is a weekly scripted television show. Like, they said a lot of things that were they don't very not say, WWE. Yeah.
Which made me think this is not a work. They are fed up with how Sasha thinks she can walk on water.
Maybe.
And boy, do I hope I'm wrong, because if this is yet another controversy where Sasha is unhappy and just decides to take matters into her own hands, they need to stop working with her.
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of, because I've been trying to read as much about this as possible, because it's weird for a reason we'll get into in a second. But Brian Alvarez, who is hit or miss reporting, but normally with information pretty good, opinion wise, to each their own. But apparently there is not a lot of sympathy backstage for Sasha.
No, there's a lot of heat.
There's a lot of more social media, like, because basically, I don't remember where he was doing an interview or who he was talking to, but it was like, if you think this was something where it's like, these guys in the back have dealt with creative issues and stuff before too, so it seems like this wasn't a stand your ground type of position where they would be like, hey, good for you, like, give it to the man kind of thing.
Yes.
Apparently a lot of words of self-mark and all that kind of stuff are being thrown around.
Let's just take a step for 1 second.
Real quick, to finish the thought. What's weird is that apparently this is a very Sasha-focused issue. Yeah. Apparently there's not a whole lot of things being said about Naomi or whatever.
I think, if we're being honest, and this is just from a fan perspective, right? We've seen Sasha have these meltdowns before. Yeah. We haven't seen Naomi. Naomi has been just doing her job.
The one thing I will say about Sasha, though, is, she's had her meltdowns and her disagreements, whatever, but she normally does the job first. Yeah. So that's why this is particularly weird.
Yeah. But the more you encourage and allow this kind of behavior, the more brazen people get.
Yeah.
So last time she has a meltdown after the match, quits for a year. I'm going to go to AEW. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm asking for my release. Blah, 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 blah. This time, I'm not even going to do the job.
Yeah.
I'm going to forfeit my title. I'm going to drop it off at talent relations. I'm going to go my own way. You're under contract.
Yeah.
And if I'm Vince, if I'm pissed off with my talent acting the way they are, bigger than the program, you're not seeing TV until a month before your contract's up, and then you're getting let go.
The day before your contract expires, I'm letting you go, and now you got another 90 days to sit in your couch.
Yep. You're not compete. Boom. 90 days.
Yep.
See you later.
Here's why this is a particularly weird situation.
Mm-hmm.
Naomi was supposed to win the match.
I heard both, right? So I heard Naomi was supposed to win.
This is what I heard,
Yeah.
and I think this was confirmed by, was it like PW Insider, Pro Wrestling
Yeah.
Insider? Naomi was supposed to win the match,
Mm-hmm.
and then Sasha was supposed to fight Ronda at Hell in a Cell.
Yep.
So what the hell are you mad about? What's the problem?
Well, there was a few things, right? So this is why it's like makes no sense to me. So like, if you're unhappy, like whatever. First of all, they're saying they're unhappy with the creative direction of the women's tag division. There are no women's.
There is
tag
no
teams.
women's tag division.
You knew that when you got the belts. You accepted this push to get the belts, whatever. You thought they were just gonna pull women out of the sky to make a tag division. There's none, none. At the time they won it, there were 0 other women's tag teams. Now there's 2, right? 2 other ones. They got thrown together. Doesn't matter. 2. What are you complaining about? I feel I wasn't ready to work with these women. How not? Yeah. How you wrestled all of them before?
Oh, every single one of them.
All of them.
Yeah.
Every single one. They've all matched up before.
Yeah.
Maybe like Naomi and Doudrop didn't.
Maybe that might be the only one I can think of.
But like everyone else, you've all wrestled before.
Yeah.
So when you're freaking out about we feel unsafe, like you don't really have a solid argument. You have
apparently
no
they that was denied later on. That they said that didn't happen.
Okay.
It had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just weird. It's like my thing was so weird to me is why is this the hill to die on? Why is right now you're getting a main event on Raw? Mm-hmm. You're both getting title matches at a pay-per-view. Mm-hmm. Why is this your hill? Like,
right.
What about this hill is the one you chose to die on?
So you had no problem, 0 issue fighting Natalya and Shayna Baszler 12 weeks in a row.
Yeah, but this is the
0
problem. Yeah,
cutting no promos.
Yeah,
doing middle of the show matches.
Yeah.
But you get a main event on Raw that, by all accounts, did better numbers than the last 5 weeks.
Apparently, it was really good.
Yeah. And then you just don't wrestle.
Yeah.
You just quit.
Yeah.
And people, like you said, you're not going to get sympathy.
No.
The internet's not giving you sympathy anymore. Nobody's giving you sympathy.
Yeah.
You have, and I hate to say, hand it to you, because Sasha's good, right?
Sasha's good, and Sasha earned it. They both did.
She worked her way there. But, after that first meltdown where she was, had a hissy fit and didn't wrestle for a year, they came back and just gave her the belt.
Yeah.
You were handed that.
Stop enabling it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a sign, a gesture of goodwill. We want you here. Let's get you a title. Let's have you have a run. And then you pay it back.
Yeah.
You do your freaking job.
Yeah.
So, I'm completely done with it. If I never see Sasha on TV again, whatever. I don't care. As a fan, I'm fed up because what I wanted to say before is you had people like Moxley come out and cut a promo about giving his best friend cancer. Yeah. You think he wanted to do that?
Yeah, there's definitely been worse things.
You think he wanted to do that?
Yeah.
I don't think he did.
Yeah.
Remember, because he talked about it. He said, I didn't want to do that. That was nonsense. It's BS. And guess what?
He did it.
He did it.
Yeah.
And it was a terrible segment.
Yeah, horrible.
And he did it.
Yeah.
And nobody holds it against him.
No.
Nobody.
No. You do your job.
It's just ridiculous. It's flat out ridiculous. Mm. I really have no tolerance for it anymore. Because, the first time she did it, I was like, oh, man, Sasha's a big loss. They should really try to keep her around. Second time, it's all right, dude, now you're just being aggressive. This time, I don't know.
Yeah. Fool me once, you know?
Yeah, seriously.
And the thing is, people are saying, oh, finally she can go to AEW and be appreciated, blah, blah, blah. It's
oh, my God.
Two things. One,
terrible women's division. I don't care.
A horrible women's division.
I don't care. You have 4 or 5 talented women. That's it.
But even the ones that are talented are so underrepresented. It's actually horrible over there. It's really bad. 2, what do you mean not appreciated? Mm-hmm. Multi-time SmackDown champion, multi-time Raw Women's champion, multi-time Tag Team champion. Mm-hmm. What first was she? Pretty sure she was in the first ever Hell in a Cell, Women's Hell in a Cell.
Main evented Mania.
The first second woman to ever second women's match ever main event WrestleMania.
But the first singles match.
First one-on-one match to ever main event WrestleMania. Was she not getting?
Yeah.
What, she didn't win a Rumble? She didn't win
underappreciated where?
Because she doesn't hold the belt 365 days a year because she's not Roman Reigns. Like, what is the problem?
Even when she wasn't holding the belt, she's in a main feud for the women's division every day.
Every day,
because when she wasn't champion, she was feuding for the championship. Yeah. When she wasn't feuding for the championship, she was in the number one contender spot.
She
wasn't number one contender, she's tag team champion.
She was basically the main event of every single weekly television show with Bayley for like a year.
Yeah.
For like a year.
They could have had Bayley or Sasha pull that turn 6 months before.
People forget that Bayley and Sasha held every single women's belt you could have at one time.
Yep. They could have had the heel turn 6 months before and moved on. They didn't. They let that thing drag out.
Yeah.
They had it for like a year. Yeah. And it's just unacceptable, man. Like, and people are going to say, oh, you guys don't get it. It's a business. Like, you guys are just being aggressive because it's Sasha. No, it's none of that.
Because no one else does this.
No one else does it.
And there are plenty of people who could complain.
Yeah.
And they don't.
You know who else complains? Ali.
Yeah.
And you know what? Ali's talented. He should be on TV.
And now he's back doing his job.
And now he's on TV. Right. So, like, there you go.
And I don't think it can be misconstrued that our problem is complaining. You're allowed to complain. If you have differences or whatever, that's fine.
Yeah.
I think the perfect example of this is Alexa Bliss. Mm-hmm. Like, she had her complaints. She said, like, hey, I'm not happy with this creative direction. Mm-hmm. Didn't impact anything on TV. Showed up to work. Mm-hmm. Now kind of figured it out. Like,
came back for 2 weeks, got in the Elimination Chamber, lost, disappeared, said, I'm unhappy with this, came back and is doing her job again.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure she still doesn't love this character, but she's still doing it.
She's doing it, yeah.
It's just, like, it really is crazy to me. And, like, I don't know. I mean, Sasha's really her own biggest fan. Like, you listen to her in interviews, and, like, I know part of it's a character, right? I'm the boss, I'm the blueprint, I'm this, I'm that. But she really talks about herself like the greatest wrestler on the planet. Yeah. She's, like, the 5th best woman on WWE. Yeah. The 5th. Yeah. I don't think that's even an exaggeration.
Nah, she's probably 4 or 5.
Yeah, like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So, what's your gripe?
Yeah.
You're not the best woman on the roster, but you're represented like you are.
Let me look this up. How many titles does Sasha Banks have?
I had to guess 7. I really have to guess something high like that.
It has to be a lot.
Yeah. Because, I mean, let's see this.
This is ranking them.
No, yeah. 4th. Well, that's something right there.
4 Raw Women's Championships.
5th reign.
5 Raw Women's Championships.
Okay. Look at this.
2 Tag Team Championships.
At least.
An NXT Championship and a SmackDown Women's Championship.
Well, she's a Grand Slam winner.
She's a Grand Slam winner. Yeah. She's like one of like 2.
Yeah.
Who's the only other one? Bayley?
Is Asuka?
Has Asuka had both? I don't think Asuka ever had the SmackDown Championship.
Maybe not, yeah.
I think it's Charlotte, her, and Bayley.
But
what are you complaining about?
Dude, I just don't get it, dude. And she's, like I said, Charlotte's better than her. Asuka's better than her. Yeah. Becky's better than her. Yeah. Bianca's better than her.
She's an 8-time champion, including NXT.
8-time champion. Yeah. And you storm out of the building because you're unhappy. Yep. It's ridiculous. And, like, I don't want to talk about this for the whole episode.
Yeah, but really it's the big topic of the week.
It's the big news. And, like, if it is a work, they're doing her no favors, right? So let's take one step back. Let's say it is all fake. Mm-hmm. Like, they put this promo out to get heat. Yeah, it's all kayfabe. That's terrible because everybody already thinks Sasha's a baby.
I hear you, but at the same time, like, any press is good press. And if you just double down on a character...
And then you can make her
but the thing is
super heel, maybe. But...
How, like, because it's funny, because I was watching the Randy Orton Evil today. Yeah. And one of the things, like, they have somebody from a rap group, like Zombie something on there a bunch. I don't know what they have to do with but he has good takes. And he said, he's like, the most interesting characters are when you start to blur that line of what's real and what's not. Mm-hmm. And that can be dangerous sometimes. Yeah. Like, Randy's a perfect example of how they can be dangerous. But when you start to blur that line, it starts to become a lot more interesting. And I don't think that's what this is. Yeah. I think this is real.
Like, for instance, Roman right now. Where he just lives that tribal chief lifestyle.
Roman's very much blurring the line. It works a lot better when you're like a full-on heel.
Yeah. But Sasha and Naomi were faces.
They were faces. That's why this is weird.
If this is like the move they're doing to get a turn and have them like run through the women's roster, like we're fed up, like this is nonsense, we're doing it our way. Yeah. Maybe you'll bring I'll buy back in, but like a whole week of letting this linger is tough because people already assume Sasha is like this mental midget and like has these meltdowns all the time when she doesn't get her way. If you're letting this fester and it's not real, people are gonna say some messed up things.
Yeah,
like we're having a podcast about it.
Yeah, so
so I don't know.
I think something has to be addressed on SmackDown. I don't know what.
Vacate them, tournament style.
You have to talk about something.
Bring up Toxic Attraction.
You have to do something.
I don't know.
I really don't know what you're gonna do.
No idea.
This is something we also talked about last night. We were watching NXT. Might be time to just sweep these titles under the rug. Just don't even talk about them anymore.
Yep.
Just don't address them.
I think that does everyone a favor.
Yeah.
You don't have this like, oh, we're unhappy with the creative direction, because there is no creative direction.
They're gone.
So there you go.
Yeah. I mean, there's not a whole lot of positives that have come out of the women's tag belts. It was for about a half a year maybe when you had legitimate tag teams.
When they made it,
it was a very good idea.
They had the women.
Yeah.
They had the tag teams. Yeah. Like the Iconics were a real tag team. You know what I'm saying? Like they had real teams.
Riot Squad. Yeah. Like they had a bunch of teams. Yeah.
And then they said, yeah. And you know what? If I'm being honest, people didn't care about the feuds. No, people didn't watch the matches. They were the
only ones that were good were the Sasha and Bayley one.
Yeah.
That was the only one that I was like, oh, this is interesting.
Yeah. So just get rid of it. Yeah. And then
maybe time to
bring a women's mid card belt.
They'll never do that, but
so many people talk about it now too. Like,
it's such a good idea. It's such a good idea.
It is like a real popular internet theory. Yeah. So
should be.
Listen to the fans.
Yeah, it's a good idea. It's a very, very good idea. But
I don't know.
See what happens. All right.
Let's move on from that.
Move back to In the Ring.
Before I blow a gasket.
Friday Night SmackDown.
Friday Night SmackDown.
Good episode. It's a good episode.
Good episode.
Shockingly good episode.
Needed this because they were on a streak of bad.
I mean, having Randy on any show and Roman on the same show kind of forced to deliver.
That's really kind of the only thing there is to talk about from it. It was a good show. If you want to watch it, I recommend watching it. Yeah. But there's not much recap to do.
Sami Zayn.
Yeah, Sami Zayn is hilarious.
Is the man. Killing it. Yeah. Killing it.
So, show opens with RK Bro cutting a promo about how we want to unify the tag team titles. And then, the representative of the Bloodline comes out, Sami Zayn, and says, no, that's not how it goes. Don't you know how things work around here?
Come out in a Bloodline shirt.
Yeah. So, obviously, the promo goes on, and then we get Sami Zayn versus Riddle. If Riddle wins, tag team match.
Good match.
Yeah, good match.
Really good match.
I mean, we all know Sami Zayn can work.
Yeah.
We all know it.
And we know Riddle can work. Riddle's good, so.
Boy, what I liked.
The end.
Yes. The end of the show.
Yes.
First of all, what a great line. Cena's 10 times the superstar you'll ever be. Nice.
Nice, yeah.
Nice.
Got him.
Killed it, Randy. Yeah. Also, I'm a lot taller than you, I just realized.
That's a good one, too.
Also good.
That's a good one.
Randy is clearly having fun with it. He's clearly enjoying himself. And when Randy's having fun, we're having fun.
Yeah.
Because Randy at the top of his game is the best to ever do it.
Yeah.
It's not even
when
close.
Randy cares, he's the best of all time.
Best to ever do it. When he's invested in whatever he's doing, he's the top guy.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see this. I don't know who wins.
I have no idea who wins. Because now it's so much momentum on the RK Bro side where it wasn't to start.
Momentum. Yeah. Insane amount.
I don't know. I don't know what we do here.
I think Roman has some involvement, maybe.
I don't think this match actually happens Friday or has a definitive conclusion. Yeah, it doesn't
have a clean ending.
No, I think this ends in Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, inside
of Hell in a Cell. Yeah, which will be maybe the greatest tag team match of all time.
It'll be close.
It'll be the greatest singles tag team match of all time. It'll be insane.
Yeah. But then the knee from Riddle on Roman to end the show, to close it out, and then. You see Roman stumble back, caught off guard, but then at the end of the show, they see him grinning, smiling a little bit. It's I like it. A little chip on his shoulder now.
Yeah.
You're taking a cheap shot at the tribal chief.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I say it every week, but Roman's doing some great work.
Roman's good. It's the subtle things. It's those really small things. That's what matters.
What I'm saying. You catch him grinning.
Yeah.
He gets hit, he's mad, and then he goes, starts laughing.
Yeah.
It's okay, I like it because now he's got something up his sleeve. You're out of your mind if you don't think
it's
he's
okay. Now you
on
opened
Friday.
up the gates, kind of thing.
Riddle's getting hit with a sledgehammer on Friday.
Riddle's getting speared to the third row.
Absolutely. I mean, it's definitely cool. I didn't get anything else from SmackDown.
No, SmackDown was pretty good.
Yeah, it's just pretty good. That's it.
Raquel.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So
Raquel's good.
Talk about how you book somebody properly, right? And I was of the mindset oh, I don't know if Raquel can lose this early.
But we've talked about this so many times. You can come up and fight for a belt and not win, and it can still be a positive. And this is the best they've done it in a very long time.
Textbook example.
Made both of them look good.
Yeah. And Raquel, if anything, is more believable as like a contender, as a legit woman on the roster now.
It's one of the things where like, oh, you're not just an NXT superstar. It's like you're legit. It's like you're legit. So that's very good.
Raquel's probably the best thing since Bianca.
Yeah, probably. To come up from NXT for sure. Yeah.
I think that might
pretty much wraps up SmackDown, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't got too much else.
Weren't Sasha and Naomi on SmackDown too?
Yeah, they fought Natalya and Shayna for the belts. Yeah.
Funny.
Weird. That's what I'm saying. It's a weird situation. It's very weird. I would like more information personally.
I'm sure we'll get something. Eventually. I don't know.
By next Monday, we need something.
Yeah.
We need them at least be addressed.
Oh. I'd be doing myself an injustice.
Okay.
As probably the biggest Corbin fan on the podcast.
Yes.
What a great spot.
Yeah, very good spot.
I know the feud is kind of getting dragged out now, but that was one of the best chair spots in a long time.
Yeah, it's a good spot.
And I don't know what's so different about it, but it was done right.
Yeah.
Made the chair snap on his neck.
Yeah.
And then, what was his joke?
Oh, send you to the hospital?
Yes,
yeah.
Yeah,
that was good.
That was good.
That was good. Corbin's good.
Corbin's
good. Really good.
Oh, and then this is just an example, right? Another guy who does the job. You thought he wanted End of Days to be kicked out of from a nobody match?
Yeah.
Like a nothing match?
Yeah.
You think he wanted to do that?
Does
to make Drew look strong for a match
Drew
that meant
needs
nothing?
to look strong, right? Yeah.
And no, he went out there and he did his job. So it's just, you can't tell me that people don't do their job.
Yeah.
Like,
people do crappy things.
We're unhappy. We're taking a stance. That's not how you do it.
Yeah, I think that's really the core of the problem is that's not how you do it.
Yeah. Okay, move on before we get back into the whole conversation.
Monday Night Raw was good as well.
Monday Night Raw. Asuka is back.
Asuka. Fighting. That's going to be a sick match.
Nobody's ready for Asuka.
It's going to be a really good match.
See on the internet talking about how Becky's somehow going to still get into this.
Oh, 100%.
I'm interested to see how.
We'll find a way.
That's cheating, the Mist.
Something, yeah. I mean, hey, that was a good match as well. That was a really good match too to end the show.
I'm a little upset that they brought the Mist back. I mean, it fits.
It was a good way to get rid of it.
Yeah.
But I like that it's hopefully not a regular thing.
Yeah, I'm hoping they don't do it every match.
Yeah.
It kind of started getting old when they did that.
Yeah.
Especially because Asuka's so good.
Yeah, she doesn't need
just
it.
Win.
She can just win sometimes, cause she's really good.
Yeah.
Bobby and almost did a great job to start the show.
Through the cage.
Good cage match. Mm-hmm. And that spot is getting a little overused, but this was a good time for it to be used. This was done well. And it's one of those things where it's like the obvious way isn't always the wrong way.
Right. Sometimes
it just makes sense. And this is one of those times, I believe.
To stay on Bobby Lashley for a second.
Yes, Rob.
Little outside the ring. He said he still has unfinished business with Brock. Said he didn't put on the matches he thought they're capable of.
I agree.
100%. So I'd love to see them run it back.
Yes.
And with legit time, a legit match.
It doesn't even have to be a title match either.
Just
let him go at SummerSlam.
And don't have it just be big man moves,
Let him fight.
Because
let him have
I think they both could still go.
100%. That'd be really, really good. I mean, not to say that was Bob's dream, but that was the reason Bob came back.
He said he wanted to come back and face
want to face Brock. So, and they kind of did him dirty.
Wasn't the way it should have went.
No, but they were that whole Brock Roman feud. They did a lot of things wrong in between to get to where they needed to be.
Yeah.
So, that Chambers up there. Mm-hmm. It's real bad.
It's a shame he was actually hurt there.
Yeah,
I would have loved to see what the real result was.
Yeah, I don't know. But at the same time, thankfully he was hurt there because
instead he gets bodied.
He just gets smoked by Brock. Would have been terrible. What else? Oh, Judgment Day. Not finished. I apologize to the Judgment Day fans, especially Max.
Mm-hmm. The Judgment Day.
Not finished and looking for more.
Looking for more.
So
So what's interesting about the Judgment Day is the rumored fourth member of the Judgment Day was supposed to be Harland. Harland's no longer with us.
Harland is somewhere else.
We wish you the best on your future endeavors.
Yep.
Now, rumor mill, dirt sheet, spoiler alert, skip forward 2 minutes if you don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
They're saying it's Finn Balor. The turn on AJ Styles.
This would be very interesting.
I don't hate it.
I like it at first. The more I think about it, I start to like it less. Not that I now dislike it, but I feel like the moment will be very cool. And then it's why?
I don't.
Where do we go from here?
Where do you go from there? Is you just have him beat everybody, right?
Is if like Finn got screwed?
No. It's just
no. I just mean like
why
long
he
term
joins.
why he joins.
That can make sense.
He's been getting kind of screwed since he got hurt, basically.
But I think it could work because he's a believable guy to beat you. So you don't even get to face Edge. You know what I'm saying?
Guess.
Like you got to get past.
My concern is
Edge.
that him and Priest will kind of fall into the tag team category,
and
which tends to happen.
And they will not work good together.
No, horribly. No. But that's what tends to happen with like these kinds of factions, where like the 3 or 4 guys.
Well, because what was with Evolution, right? It was like Flair's just the old manager, like
each was world champion.
Yeah.
Randy was IC, and Flair and Batista were tags.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I see a very similar picture of Edge, Finn, and Priest, and then it's just instead of IC, it's Rhea. Mm-hmm. So,
I don't know. I think it can work. I know what you're saying, and that's literally how it goes.
Yeah. I hope it's not like that, because I think a nice way to like not necessarily break up the Judgment Day later down the road, but little dissension is that Finn is a world class caliber talent, and to kind of have him like butt heads with Edge a little bit on certain things would be interesting. Yeah. So
and then I know they want to work. Like that was one of the Edge had his list of guys that he wanted to face when he came back, and
Finn was one of them.
on there.
Yeah.
So what better way to do it than like partner up for a little bit and then have a major payoff?
And it will like say what you will, but Finn's now on weekly TV.
Yep.
Do that. It's on Raw every single week, which is something that would be an upgrade for him at this point.
Yeah, in a meaningful
segment.
Edge isn't doing things that's
not meaningful.
Throwaway.
It's just at some point, where do we go from here? Is who's next? Because AJ's coming to an end.
Well, that's the thing with these kind of factions and stuff. They just pick somebody, and then that's.
I guess.
I mean,
but that's my point. Is who's left?
You got a whole roster though.
Yeah, but who?
I don't know. You got a whole roster.
I guess.
You go after.
Can't go back to Seth.
No, you can't go back to Seth, but that's limited. Then you got time between Cody and Roman.
I guess.
I mean,
you could do Cody.
Yeah.
But
can't lose.
That's a dangerous one. Neither can lose.
Okay.
You have Kevin Owens.
You got Omos.
You need someone that can talk with Edge. MVP. I don't know, but
MVP.
Yeah, but
what better way to like? I don't know. MVP would cut some good promos.
Yeah, he would. But you know my point. Anyway, that's not really relevant right now. But
yeah,
that's something just to start thinking about. I feel.
I am assuming that Edge has some big picture. I'm
sure
plans
Edge has plans
because he didn't just sign up to do this
hey, we're gonna do this. Yeah, no, I'm sure there's something. Behind the scenes, but I don't know. Not apparently. Jeez, Cody, another great promo. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see Seth's full suit, but it looked great from what we saw in the Titantron.
I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't super excited for this match.
Yeah.
Because I am. That excitement quickly turns into Seth is done.
Yeah, that's the problem. And we talked about this last week a little bit, is this match is going to be phenomenal.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be insane.
This is going to be their best match yet, the culmination of the feud.
Yeah.
But when Cody wins, Seth is done.
Yeah, I don't know where he goes from here.
He needs to take a break.
Which
is unfortunate, but you need to take a break and then
bring him back maybe right before SummerSlam
or something.
Yeah. But that's
kind of believable for him to. I mean, but 2 months off is a lot of time.
Yeah, it's a lot of time.
It's 2 pay-per-views.
He's got to do something
it's not
because
it's
one pay-per-view. Yeah. But that's a clean sweep.
And then, like we said, like what are you gonna do with him?
Yeah,
are you gonna do the broken thing and build? I don't know.
I think my idea, and then I'm like, my idea was a good one, but like,
no, it is like what
bring him like. Yeah. Tap back into like what was I doing when I was Kingslayer, when I was Beast Slayer, like what's the difference? But I don't know. They'll find Seth. Yeah, I trust him.
If you guys want to hear what we were talking about Seth, that was last week's episode.
Yeah. We talked a lot about what Seth should do with his character moving forward.
Yeah, so check that out. Episode
definitely
44.
check that out. Yeah.
Not gonna rehash the whole thing.
Yeah. But
But yeah, that match is going to be incredible.
Yeah, insane.
It is going to be incredible. It really should main event. I know it probably won't because
I don't know if Roman's gonna be on.
no, Roman's not. But if you're going to do a title unification inside Hell in the Cell, that's probably going to Randy.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
But even if you open the show with them,
Yeah.
and set the tempo,
Just if you do both of those, keep them as far away from each other as
yeah,
possible.
you got to keep the cells away from each other.
Yeah. All right.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for Raw, right? Unless you got anything else on Raw.
Yeah, I mean, we said Asuka. We talked about it.
NXT was good.
I thought NXT was a good show.
Yeah, good show.
Real good show. Wes Lee and Nathan Frazier.
Frazier.
They're sick.
They're really
They
good.
tore
They're
it up.
really good.
I hate the ending. I have no interest in it. None of that.
Yeah, I don't care
Get
about
him
that.
out.
Yeah.
I say it every week. Von Wagner stinks.
Yeah. Stinks.
You cut a million people, but Robert Stone has a job.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm not going to rehash all that either.
Yeah.
But Wesley,
Go watch anything for the last 10 weeks.
Yeah.
You'll find something about
But
Von Wagner.
Wesley and Nathan Frazier, man.
Nathan
awesome.
Frazier is a sicko.
Yeah.
And he's great.
His,
that suicide dive
yeah.
is...
Dude, I don't get it.
It's unbelievable.
He just sprints through the rope.
Yeah, it's
It is incredibly dangerous. But, all right.
if it works,
it's entertaining.
it must be not dangerous enough that we could do it consistently.
Yeah.
But it is. If you see it for the first time, it's scary.
And his Phoenix Splash or whatever.
Very good.
It's, so fast.
Really good.
Gets through real fast.
Yeah. Andre Chase and Saray
Hold
is
on.
like...
One second. I really like the solo Wesley.
Me too.
He's doing
It's
a
growing
really
on me.
good job.
It really is growing on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I want to say.
I think...
He deserves the shout out. He deserves the love because he got dealt a really bad hand.
He did.
So to see him making this work, I'm very happy.
I hope that after we finish this Carmelo and Cameron Grimes thing, we go into... I think Carmelo goes up. Mm-hmm. And then we'll move into a Grimes and Solo thing is where we seem to be going.
Yeah.
I don't know who wins that, but I hope by that point we can get Wesley slotted to be the next one.
I think, that'd be cool. That'd be good.
I think Solo and Wesley could have some really cool matches.
So I think we both agree that when Carmelo and Trick lose,
they should go up.
They should go up, right? I kind of hope that that's also Solo's fate. I hope that the singles rivalry with Cameron Grimes ends with Solo losing and him going.
That would line up right around SummerSlam as well.
Yeah. Which could be mint for the Bloodline.
For the Bloodline, exactly.
That's
what I was saying.
Not that they need to put him with the Bloodline, because he is very good.
But it's hard not to.
Right.
It's hard to bring him up and not put him in the Bloodline.
Especially because the fans.
Because everyone knows.
Yeah.
And he looks just like him.
Yeah. And it would be an incredible fourth piece. And then guess what? The Judgment Day and no.
And while he's in Uso and does a lot of very similar things to all of them, he's a very different piece for them.
Big.
He wrestles a lot different than all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think he might have the best Samoan drop out of all of them too. His is good. Yeah. His is really good. He definitely has the best splash.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I don't have any complaints about him.
No.
Everything he does is good.
But to see Wesley kind of transition into a North American Championship feud would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
I like it. The breakout tournament.
I have a lot of problems with this tournament.
We said it last week about Nikita Lyons. If you're already established on NXT, you're not a breakout star.
Yeah.
And
you're just...
Lash Legend and Nikita Lyons were in the main feud for women for 4 weeks-ish.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not a breakout star.
No, you're not. You've been wrestling on weekly television.
And they have the women, is my problem. So you're taking a spot away from somebody that could showcase their talent.
Yeah. Yeah.
And... the way I see this is they're just going to end up doing Nikita Lyons and Lash
Legend. 100%.
And if that's what they do, this whole thing was a waste.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Yeah, it was. Which is a shame. It really is a shame. Because normally the breakout tournaments are really good.
And when I'm saying it's a waste, it's not because Nikita is bad or Lash Legend is bad.
No, it's because you didn't need it.
Already have them wrestling.
Yeah, they're already established stars on television.
Yeah.
So it's not a breakout. It's just, we're going to have these people win the tournament.
Yeah.
The other match, the second one was good.
Yeah, Roxy.
Yeah, because she's been on, but not really.
Yeah, and KG something. I can't
remember. Kaya, something like that.
Yeah. I thought she was going to win because they were doing all those backstage vignettes for her. Yeah. And then I realized who she was wrestling. Yes. That Roxanne. So I was like, she lost.
How about that girl that they signed? That's in high school?
Yeah. 18?
That's nuts.
18. She
That's
said,
nuts.
I can't wait to be on WWE. I got to finish high school first. Hey, yo.
Wait a minute.
Hey,
That's
yo.
crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Good for her. Like,
Good for her is right, but
good for
that's
her.
crazy.
That's wild. That's wild.
That's crazy.
And
you
that
have
does.
to be wrestling for a pretty long time already to get noticed.
Yes
No,
and no.
not necessarily,
because
right?
it's a lot easier to be noticed now.
Yeah.
Because you just have to know one person, and then they just get you a tryout, and then if you're good enough, they're like, okay.
And I think she's in Florida, so like maybe.
Also, like, people forget that like WWE is a mega corporation.
Oh, they're scouting everyone.
Not even that they're scouting everyone. They're like, all right, here's $60K, sign this contract. Here's 2 years.
True. Yeah.
And then the worst case, they're like, all right, see ya. They'll sign whoever they have.
And
they
you're
don't.
coming out of high school.
They
like
don't care.
60 grand
Yeah,
to wrestle.
they don't
Why not?
care.
Yeah.
Like they'll sign anyone and everyone, and then just trim the crops whenever they need to.
And that's kind of their business plan right now.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
You got 3 months. Show us what you got.
Yeah. So they don't mind doing that at all.
If they're hitting you with a vignette before you even show up, though, you're probably
pretty good.
Yeah,
but
doing something right.
Let's address this problem that we talked about yesterday while watching with the women's, kind of the women's division as a whole, especially in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta. This is something Brock talked about a while ago, just about in general.
Mm-hmm. On Pat
You gotta get yourself over.
Yeah.
You can't show up in the same ring gear with the same character that everyone and their mother has had, from Santana Garrett to Emma to this to that to Tegan Knox to whoever you want to pick. And like, I'm sure this girl, I don't remember her name, but this blonde girl, she's like 18. Sure, she's good.
I'm sure she is.
Sure, she's damn talented.
But
that's not enough anymore.
We saw the segment, the vignette, and I was like, oh, that's Santana Garrett's ring gear.
And especially
like, straight up.
Especially like now in the world of women's wrestling, where it's not just, oh, you're hot, we'll get you on TV.
Yeah, like you got
you have to be a talented wrestler.
Like,
and
Tiffany Stratton is a sick athlete.
Sick athlete. Yeah.
Incredible athlete. Yeah. That's somebody you let figure it out.
Yeah.
But like, if you're just showing up because you look good, that's not going to.
That's not enough anymore. Because they'll find 5 other girls that look just like you or better that are way better than you.
Flipping around
that
the
are
ring.
better than you.
Yeah.
So like, making yourself stand out is super important now. And I'm not saying that she's not going to get a push because of that or anything. But I'm saying if you're trying to get catapulted up, you got to do something different.
You're just getting lost in the shuffle, right?
Yeah.
Like, I liked Farrah Henley or whatever her name is, right? The one with
Phelan Headley.
Phelan, whatever. She's good. She's good. I liked her with Briggs and Jensen.
Yeah.
She had personality. She's good. Tatum Paxley is just her light version.
Yeah.
Like, they're the same person.
Yeah.
They wrestle the same, like, and you got to do something.
Yeah.
There's only so much room for a 5'5", 5'4" girl who does, grappling moves. Like, there's only so much room.
Yeah.
Same thing for the guys, though. That's where you see guys getting cut left and right. So it's not just
a woman. It's just a women's thing because, like,
that's what's happening right now.
There tends to be less characters on the women's division. So.
Yeah, the breakout tournament, like, I don't know.
Like, at least credit to the one girl, like Kier, whatever her name is, the girl at the end. Like, at least she had a character. She had a legitimate character.
Yeah, it was
something. Yeah. So
trying
something. But
Joe Gacy, Braun Breaker.
Weird. It's just weird.
First of all, the in-show segment wasn't good.
No.
Like, I like Braun Breaker. This feud's not working for me.
I know we said it before, and this is a while ago, actually. And we said that, he can say it all he wants, but it's not. Carmelo was right.
Yeah.
That's the A championship.
Yes. The North American title feud has been better for the last, whatever.
Since Ciampa went up.
Yeah.
Ziggler. Since they were done with the Ziggler thing.
It is the fighting championship. It is the one that gets better representation. The matches tend to be better. But I just don't even care about the title feud.
I just feel like the NXT belt is becoming more and more all right, can you tell a story belt so we can move you to the main roster?
Yeah.
Where the North American title is. Let's just have some sick matches.
Yeah.
So I don't know. This feud isn't doing it for me.
Mm-mm.
I think we went, not that we went one too many, but like.
No, we did. It's one too many.
You think it's one match too many?
One too many. But let's just end it in your house.
Yeah, I think it has to end. But we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Santos,
Tony D tore it up.
Had a great match.
Santos, we say it every week, is the best wrestler on the roster.
He's a top 10 wrestler in the company. Yeah, I stand by that statement.
Talent-wise, 100%.
Yeah.
Like, maybe you don't like him the most or whatever. Like, you
he
like
is
other characters.
Damn good.
Santos is very, very good. Tony D is getting better every time.
Every single week he's getting better.
Every time he's wrestling, he's
getting
better.
Now he's got 2 dimes and
whatever.
And
they
Stacks.
need to change those names right away.
That's so bad.
Right away. Stacks and 2 dimes.
Yeah, it's not good.
Get out of here.
Yeah, that's not good. That's really
You're
not
fired.
good.
Whoever came up with those names, you're fired.
It's terrible.
I'm firing you.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Done. Finished.
Yeah.
I digress. The match, very good.
Yeah.
The ending, perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Absolutely perfect.
Because Tony D is always the guy getting one over. Always
And now it's
getting away
Santos.
with the cheap shot. Always.
I'm
is.
the OG.
Yeah.
I'm one step
This
ahead.
is what I do.
Yeah.
Can we talk about, real quick, because this is the end of the show, Vic Joseph in the middle of the match trying to like get a runs the bingo reference in there.
What was he talking
Vic
about?
Joseph had like 3 minutes of trying to get a Santos Escobar runs the bingo joke out, and he just could not get
fumbled
it. He fumbled it so
And then Wade
bad.
was like, Vic, what are you
Yeah,
talking
Vic,
about?
What are you saying? I gotta
They're
be
good.
honest.
They might be my favorite
I was about to
commentary
say,
team.
I love Pat McAfee, but I think the two of them together is a
Together
little bit better.
is great. Yeah.
Got anything else?
No, we're 2 weeks out from both pay-per-views.
2 weeks out.
Yeah. 2 weeks from this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So stay tuned for that.
June 4th and 5th?
Yes, June 4th and 5th.
yeah,
Yep, June 4th
June
and
4th and
5th.
5th.
Yep, Saturday, Sunday. It's a lot of wrestling.
A lot of
It's
wrestling.
a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, week,
Yeah.
Tuesday, week.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Gonna be fun, though.
Yeah, very good. Should be very good.
All right, fellas.
All right. And ladies.
Fellas and ladies. Thanks for
If you guys
hanging
enjoy
out.
this content, let us know. Like, subscribe down below. Comment. Let us know what you think about this whole Sasha and Naomi situation. A lot of drama going on over there.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at @wrestle_pod.
Yep.
We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify. All the links for that will be in the description down below. Check it out.
Tell a
Final
friend
thoughts?
to tell a friend, you know? Like, comment, subscribe.
We've been doing better on viewership lately,
Yeah.
so that's good. Just
Yeah,
keep the momentum going.
Yeah, we're coming at you live with a second episode this
Yes,
week as well.
should
so
be
look
Monday.
out for that.
Post it on Monday.
Another tier list.
Little tier list.
All right.
All right, guys.
Peace.